storm is slowly losing that look, and luckily it's starting to weaken a little bit. It's racing towards the Florida West Coast. It's growing in size. I want to give you the latest here um, from the National Hurricane Center 2 o'clock advisory here as we point north west or northeast. Well, we're kind of looking east here. We're in Gibsonton, Sun City Center area, heading south towards Bradenton, Sarasota. But here's the current radar. Look at that. Man, what a day. This has been the most unbelievable outbreak of tornadoes I think I've ever seen, especially here in Florida. Uh, this is live right now. I mean, look at this. This is unbelievable. Happening now. Just tornado warnings, confirmed tornado warnings. There's damages all across the state. Uh, the most incredible video you'll ever see down in the Everglades, northward Fort Myers area, both sides of the state. That's live. Every one of those red boxes is a tornado. Now that's kind of moving up, so we don't know. We don't know how long this will last. Will it continue? Usually they do. So every storm has a story. I think I mentioned it this morning. We don't know if this is going to be a tornado storm or not. Well, obviously this is a tornado storm. Beryl was, Debbie was, and now Milton 100% is. So that's going on now. You want to pay attention to that. All the arguing about shift changes and track changes, that obviously doesn't matter because we are talking hundreds of miles away and we're looking at unbelievable tornadoes happening through the state of Florida right now. That's going to continue. Here's the current track. They didn't really change much. 2 o'clock, they don't change the track, but watches and warnings they do. They discontinued something in Georgia, but storm surge watch, I think. No big changes, though. This thing is racing towards west central Florida. It looks like it could be just south of Tampa Bay as a landfall. They're concerned about the winds on the north side being strong, so don't let your guards down north of center. South of center, or south of the bay, obviously was going to take the most amount of surge. 10, 15 foot surge, unfortunately, center southward. I'll tell you how bad that is. Large system. The winds are going to be interesting on the north and the backside. They keep talking about the backside winds. They are mentioning this thing growing. So this is all 2 o'clock stuff here. 2 p.m. update from National Hurricane Center. It has winds have dropped to 130, pressured at 944. Those are good signs. At least it's not a 5 or hopefully not a 4 at landfall. It'll continue probably to get beat up by that upper level shear. But they also note here Milton growing in size as it moves closer to the west coast of Florida. That's the wind field. And that's something that the models are picking up on. The NHC is definitely talking about that. Here's what it looks like. You can see the backside dry air coming into play, but there's still a big ball of convection. It doesn't look like there's any dry air wrapping in, so that's going to maintain itself all the way possibly to landfall. It's hanging on. And it's going to bring some nasty weather here soon into the overnight hours. And it's going to continue as a hurricane through the state, okay? We're already seeing massive winds here where I'm at here, just south Tampa Bay. Tremendous amount of rain falling, all that, way ahead of the storm tornadoes like we mentioned. There you go. Here's the latest outlook. We got a hatched area now, coast to coast. This is the EF2 or greater. The atmosphere is capable of that. Pretty much brown to yellow to hatch. That's kind of your ranking system there. So large area to watch for tornadoes today, especially continuing night now. In the hatched area, kind of rare for hurricanes to have a hatched area for tornado. That's EF2 or greater. So we'll have a new track update at 5, but we pretty much know where it's going now. There's no huge surprises. Hurricane hunters are out there now flying around on tropical tidbits, finding those pressures starting to increase. Higher pressures, less winds. But you can see Tampa Bay in the picture here, and we'll have to see. A couple models still had it going a little north, but the latest 12Z suite I just posted from Alan Hoffman, most of them around the Bradenton, Sarasota area for an exact landfall. But again, it's a very wide storm. Don't focus on that spaghetti model. The storm's a lot bigger than that spaghetti model. And impacts far reaching, okay? So there you have it. Nothing major changing. Everything's coming together. The only big news to report is these tornadoes. And hunker down. This is the time to keep your alerts on your phones and make sure you have your local TV meteorologist on air. They'll guide you through this every step of the way. And this will be gone hopefully throughout the day tomorrow. Maybe maybe by noontime. Hopefully, we'll have blue skies tomorrow and Friday. Start cleaning up. All right, so we'll be back storm chasing a little bit. We're gonna find a spot and go from there. We got some pretty big winds right now currently blowing through here right in front of me. Pretty intense. Big rain bands. All right, we'll see you.